guys, this is Tanvi. Welcome back to the Artistic Kids. Today we're gonna be making the incredible edible cell. So I chose the animal cell to make, and let's see how we make that. So guys, the first thing that we will be making is a cake because that's gonna be our base. So our first ingredient that we're gonna need is a sugar. So I'm gonna be putting 150 grams sugar inside. Next ingredient is oil. I took 75 ml of oil. Our next ingredient is going to be buttermilk. I will be taking 175 ml of buttermilk. Next, we will be needing 300 grams of maida or all-purpose flour. Before we keep in the all-purpose flour, we have to sieve it. Or you can just keep like a lot at once if you do that. Okay, so now we're gonna be mixing the flour and the other ingredients. After I mixed it, it looks like dough, but then in a few steps it will be alright. So now we need to add the cocoa powder. I've taken 60 grams of cocoa powder and now I need to sieve it. So I've added the whole cocoa powder in it, and now I'm gonna mix it in. So I've blended it in, and now we're gonna be adding baking powder, half a tablespoon of baking powder. We need to add half tablespoon of baking soda. We need to add 1 tablespoon of coffee powder. So now we will be adding how much our water is sufficient. You need to add that much water to your batter. So now I added my water in the batter, and I need to mix it. So now I'm gonna be adding my vanilla essence in it. I'm gonna be using half a tablespoon of vanilla essence. Yeah, maybe that's enough. Yeah. And now I'm gonna mix it batter after I added the vanilla essence. So since animal cells are circle in shape, I'm using a circle mold. So first we need to grease the mold. I'm using butter to grease my mold. Just like a little bit will do, and you have to like get it off. I've greased my mold, so now I'm gonna be adding butter paper to it, or you can call it baking paper. So I'm using Audi EcoBake parchment paper for baking and cooking. But I need more, so I'm pulling it and I'm cutting it. My cooking paper ready, and I'm just gonna keep it inside my mold. So I greased it because it will stick. So when you're greasing it, make sure like you cover the round edges, not just the bottom. And stuck it for better results, but if you want, you can just use baking paper, or you can just grease it. So this is how my batter looks after the preparation. So now I'm just gonna pour it in. Okay, so I have poured my batter inside. So I'm gonna bake it in an oven. But then, like, if you have a grill oven, then you should like preheat it and then keep it. And if you're using a cooker, then you should like put sand on the bottom or salt, and then you should keep this on top, and you should keep the lid, and you should like remove the whistle of it. Okay, so we're done making our cake, and this is gonna be our cytoplasm. So now let's keep all the other elements in it. Okay, so first I'm gonna keep my nucleus in. I'm using this as my nucleus. It's a cupcake. It's not made by me, but then it was bought, store-bought. So you can use any kind of cupcake. So yeah. Okay, so we need to place the nucleolus on top of the nucleus. So I'm gonna be using the Swiss roll. I'm gonna cut 1/4 of it to keep on top of this. First into 1/2, and also use like a non-sharp knife, because it should be safe. And then like the other half. Okay. So now I'm just gonna place this as my nucleolus on top. Okay, so I'm using my 5 stars as my mitochondria. Now I'm unwrapping my mitochondria, my 5 stars technically. I'm placing my first one over here, and my second one over here. Yeah. Okay, so and this is apple jelly. I'm using it for smooth and rough ear. For the rough ear, I'm adding these small balls over here. I'm just gonna like put them on top. So I'm using these small balls again to represent the ribosomes in various places. Now I'm using these watermelon jellies as my vacuoles. I'm using gummy worms as Golgi apparatus. Yeah, I guess that'll do it. Maybe one more. Yeah. And I'm using these Centifruit candy as my lysosomes. Yeah. Yeah. So this is our final animal cell. We finished the whole thing, and this is our final outcome.